The US is unintentionally funding the enemy in Afghanistan.
These formerly anti-American fighters joined US troops against Al-Qaeda in September 2006. Washington bankrolled around 118,000 militia.
The Milley boot factory in Kabul's industrial hinterland has been a model of manufacturing success for Afghanistan. It had contracts with the military worth $40 million a year.
Operational contract support is the warfighter's tool to ensure that they get what they need and can perform their mission. It also provides the combatant commander the opportunity to shape the theater through the economics that it provides.
But what it really involves is being able to understand how you're going to be able to support a military operation with contracted support. It involves management of contractors on the battlefield. It involves the management of how you're going to leverage contracting to use money as a weapon system, and also how you can seamlessly be able to manage all that.
Eventually, we've evolved to a world where there is no defined front line, there is no rear action, and we no longer have inside the force structure of the active duty military all the capability we need. So we need to bring it to bear when we need it and then scale it down.
All of our recent operational experience suggests that increasingly we are dependent on contractors. That trend is only going to increase, and actually they can deliver fantastic effects if it's integrated and coordinated with the plan. And that's what those functions of integration, contract support and contract management seek to achieve.
So it's really the way in which contracting is integrated across the whole mission. That's the operational piece of it. Support is just one aspect.
The fact that we use contractors in our contingency environments, that it's everything from them doing the business to influencing the battle space through the dollars that are spent on contracts in our combatant environments.
The government has promised to find many of them work, but 52,000 of them are still waiting.
You know, OCS is a really important contracting activity for the global economy. OCS understands that it's different to contract overseas than it is here domestically.
Build their country's infrastructure. $10 billion a year is earmarked to develop Afghanistan security.
How we consider the effect of long-term contracts that are let in those areas. So a full integration of the effects of contracts, whether that's for an operation or whether that's as routine business.
It is the tools that OCS brings, the ability to go in and engage in the economics and to deliver those capabilities that just increase the set of tools that the combatant commander has.
He started making boots in Afghanistan in 1979. He fled
because, of course, contracting is an enabler. When the Department of Defense is going into overseas environments, they're really affecting the economy. They're even impacting our embassies overseas because they're coming in with massive amounts of money and they have huge demands. So they're setting up a small American equation in a foreign land, and it can have great impact.
I think it's most important for commanders.
When you realize, for example, right now in Afghanistan, over half of the people that are in that commander's battle space are contractors. You need to recognize that they're part of that battle team.
We've got to make sure that they understand it and help them to integrate into their planning right from the outset. Having done that, then we need to make it easy for them to realize the effects that they want to achieve and to show where actually contracting can actually add value to those operational plans and achieve some decisive effects.
The future is whole of government, and whole of government will bring efficiencies, it's going to bring durable results, and I think it's actually going to bring probably a lot more influence overseas by the Department of State and the Department of Defense.
After Iraq and Afghanistan, what does it mean for future, what we call contingent operations, where we're ready to go and do something? How are we ready to be integrated with our contracting partners?
OCS is part of an effort for the nation. It is an element of national power, and which we didn't execute right in the past, or maybe just didn't recognize what it was. But when we're into a contingency operation of any type, there are kinetic operations, there are economic operations, there's mixes of those operations. And so the commander downrange, and perhaps more importantly, the nation as a whole has an element of national power that is executed through our contractors, our contracting, and the money and the resources that they represent.